Hey everyone, and welcome back to Investing Guide. Microsoft has become the latest big company to adopt blockchain technology. The tech giant recently announced that it's going to be offering a public preview of its Azure Active Directory, verifiable credentials, in the spring of 2022. This platform will use blockchain technology to build identity systems that are both secure and decentralized. This is obviously big news in the crypto world too. With Microsoft coming close to achieving its goal of developing a decentralized digital ID system, blockchain tech is making tangible progress towards achieving mass-scale adoption. So stick around until the end to find out what this could mean for cryptocurrency firms just like Cardano. Before we start, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any new updates in the world of investing. So let's take a look at what exactly Microsoft has in mind. Microsoft's vision is to build a platform that lets you add information into its Microsoft Authenticator app. This information will be protected by a two-factor code. Importantly, this information will not actually contain your personal data, but it will function as a token that confirms the information on it. For example, the tokens could confirm your age, proof of citizenship, or birth certificate. Consequently, you can also share these pre-verified credentials instead of the actual documents. Microsoft is starting with qualifications such as university transcripts and certificates and professional credentials. So instead of giving your diploma to a prospective employer, you can give the codes for your employee to verify your own qualifications. Explaining how this works, Joy Chick, Corporate Vice President for Microsoft's Cloud and Enterprise Identity Division, said, "If you have a decentralized identifier I can verify, say where you went to school, and I don't need you to send in all of the information. All I need is to get that digital credential because it's already been verified, I can trust it." Microsoft has already tested the platform with the United Kingdom's NHS, the Government of Flanders in Belgium, and Keio University in Tokyo. The new technology has made a big difference in the NHS, and it's allowed healthcare providers to check the professional certifications of existing NHS doctors, nurses, and other workers who allow that access. Previously, transferring workers between facilities was a very laborious process, as their qualifications needed to be manually checked. Using Microsoft's platform, this has become way more convenient and streamlined. As Chick points out, in the NHS system, at each hospital healthcare workers go to, it used to take months of effort to verify their credentials before they could practice. Now it takes literally 5 minutes to be enrolled into the hospital and starting to treat patients. Microsoft's system even allows users to revoke access to credentials once that access is no longer needed. The company has plans for the technology long term, hoping that the system can be used around the world for everything from renting an apartment to getting into a bar. It can essentially be very useful to establish the identities of undocumented people, such as refugees. Obviously, Microsoft sees some very important uses for blockchain technology. The tech giants will release a software development kit soon. It's going to allow companies to create applications that issue and request credentials. Cryptocurrency watchers have always known that blockchain tech has enormous potential for real-world use. Cardano, for example, has introduced several programs in Africa that leverage the use of blockchain. So does this mean that we're about to see widespread use of blockchain technology? It certainly seems like a possibility, but not without its hurdles. One big challenge to creating a decentralized ID system is the lack of interoperability. The difficulty in having different frameworks that can communicate with each other makes it difficult to build a common platform. A key feature of Microsoft's platform is that the Azure Active Directory verifiable credentials have already been developed off of open authentication systems, which means that other companies can support its use in their products. This means that cryptocurrency firms such as Cardano that have very similar products can ensure that their solutions work on Microsoft's directory. This could very well prove to be a game changer for the industry. The open authentication standards that have been built into Microsoft's Azure Active Directory will also make it easier for customers to adopt the new product. Microsoft is already working with a number of digital identity partners to pilot the program, and Microsoft is currently looking for more partners. Like Cardano, Microsoft clearly plans to popularize the new tech quickly. Vasu Jackal, Corporate Vice President of Security, Compliance and Identity at Microsoft, is on record stating, "We believe that to do this right, we need participation from the entire community. No one organization can do this. One step at a time, we're moving towards this vision." So we can see that Microsoft clearly plans to partner with other companies in order to bring its plans to fruition. This obviously opens up the possibility of the tech giant partnering with a company like Cardano. Alternatively, there's a very real possibility of the two companies working together in some form on Microsoft's own open framework. Irrespective of what may happen, Microsoft's Azure Active Directory is a clear sign that blockchain's use is expanding rapidly. As the practical benefits of this technology become more evident, we could well see the exponential growth of cryptocurrency firms. As we've already mentioned, Cardano already has similar projects already in operation in Africa. Given that blockchain technology is being trialed in countries like the UK and Japan, its adoption could very well take place around the world in the near future. Joy Chick said, "We know it's not going to happen overnight, but we do think it's going to be compelling to both users and organizations. It's not like every organization wants to be the custodian of personal information, but they need it to verify information or do business transactions. It becomes a liability and responsibility, but this will be an appealing option to organizations that just need the data to be verified." A major challenge in the adoption of decentralized ID systems is maintaining security. Microsoft accounts are already sought by hackers who sell private information on the dark web. We know that recently these attackers used their access to a third-party IT services firm called SolarWind to infiltrate the Microsoft ecosystem. In this case, they were able to exploit mistakes that companies had made in setting up their Microsoft Active Directory to infiltrate the Microsoft 365 email system and Azure cloud storage. These hackers were even able to infiltrate Microsoft itself and view the tech giant's highly secret source code. This raises the possibility that hackers can use the stored verified credentials for various illicit purposes, such as illegal employment and obtaining a loan. However, Microsoft has said that the system has been designed so that hackers will not be able to use the stored tokens. The company has also said that their user data can be further secured through encryption using keys that are kept with individual users. This will mean that even if a hacker were to break into the system, decrypting the data would not be possible with the use of these additional passwords. For example, some organizations that use the Azure Active Directory verifiable credentials might include an extra layer of authentication, such as a physical token, for access. However, that does raise the risk that as the implementation of this extra layer of protection may differ between companies, there may be inconsistencies that allow for hackers to break through. Despite the challenges, the adoption of a decentralized identity platform appears to be close to becoming a reality. Certainly, a tech giant like Microsoft is an enviable position, and it can then drive home the mass adoption of such a platform. If that happens, it will be a game changer as we would see the wide acceptance of decentralized ID solutions and the blockchain technology behind them. Of course, those familiar with the crypto industry will know that Cardano is already implementing a similar system in Ethiopia called Atala Prism, and this is used as a decentralized identification system that students can use to verify their credentials. The Ethiopian Education Minister has described it as an initiative that is about bringing technology to improve the quality of education in Ethiopia. The minister went on to say that Cardano is one of the top cryptocurrencies that is using blockchain technology, and it was a dream come true for them. Indeed, the Ethiopian deal with Cardano is one of the first where blockchain technology has been about bringing real socio-economic change. This is because digital identity has been missing in many African countries, as a result of which many countries in the continent have been excluded from the financial activity. Very similarly to Microsoft, Cardano will offer a decentralized digital identity platform that will provide IDs for 5 million students. The system will also store all their education records. The similarities between Microsoft's Azure Active Directory verifiable credentials and Cardano's Atala Prism are noteworthy. Besides being decentralized digital identity solutions, both are open source, meaning that developers can easily develop applications for both platforms. With the world slowly taking note of the potential of blockchain and a tech giant like Microsoft getting involved in the industry, there's a great chance that crypto firms like Cardano are on the threshold of something big. That's it for today's video. While you're here, go ahead and click on one of these two videos on your screen.